In our last video, we were talking about how to add a user. This video is we're going to be talking how to edit users. Okay, so this is where we were go to add people. You click the little add users. Now, if you just want to manage people and look at them one at a time, you can always click the manage. You could type in their name, a route number, or a piece of equipment. We'll be getting into that stuff here in a little bit, but if I go to menu and I wanted to go to, oh, let's see, Abilene. Okay. Now I realize that you as a company, you're probably not going to have uh, accounts clear across the United States like we have set up in this database, and that's fine. This is just to give you an idea. But let me click on the this customer. Now, there's no route assigned to them because we haven't set up the routes, and that's coming up. So we're just going to leave that set to no route assigned. And whenever no route assigned, it's usually like a business account or a landlord or something like that. So we're going to come down here and we're going to go over each and every one of them. We see that there's not a birthday here. Let's just go ahead and give them a birthday. August 10th, 1998. And here we can see that that's the company, and so we'll change this to a business account, and it's this right here. This person is active, so if they were non-active or non-active because of non-payment, you would select the other ones, but we'll just go ahead and leave that active. Here we could give the customer a role. You know, maybe you hired your customer, now they're a driver, but we're just going to leave that customer. The type of account they are, we're going to select business account because usually personal accounts are all assigned to a route, but a business account, they're not usually assigned to a route unless you create a dumpster route, which we'll be going over in the future. Here we have their last name separated by a comma and then their first name. So you could always put space there if you like. Then we have their phone number. We could add their phone number, their street address. Make sure you don't put any P.O. boxes in there. You can always hover over the labels too, each one that gives you a little bit of information about what we need in there. And this is the name of just the street without the street number. The city is Abilene, Kansas, and then there's the zip code. And if they have a different mailing address, maybe it's like P.O. Box 333. And then you could just append the address if it's going to be the same thing. It just takes the information from above. Here's some comments about that customer. If they have any credits, because people in this system can prepay, or you can just add credits out of the goodness of your heart if you like. But if they send in a check, $100 check, you would just put $100 in their credits, or you could edit that way. But there's a different way to enter it if there's a check, and I will go over that with you. But this is the credits. This is how much money they have in their account. Here's their start date. So the start date was today. If they're going to have an end date, you can actually put that in there if you like. This is their place ID gathered from Open Streets and Google Maps, along with their latitude and their longitude, and if they're allowed a senior discount or not. So some garbage companies, they offer senior discounts to their, the people that are close to their shop, but if they're way out in Timbuktu, a lot of times they'll just set this to no, and they won't offer a senior discount. And additionally, business accounts usually don't have a senior discount. This is a business account, so we're going to set that to no. And then I'm going to click Update User. And what happens whenever you update a user, all the manager, whatever you have set up for your uh, email there, you get an email letting you know what happened and who was updated and who updated it and the updates that they did to that particular person. So that's how you can edit a user. It's really straightforward, and you just go in there and do this. If you want to need to change a password for a user, you just click this right here. Maybe you need to change a password. You just copy that, send that to your customer so that they can get logged in. Of course, they need their email and a password to get logged into the system. Over here's some just information. This is an interactive map, and so you can zoom in or zoom out by rolling on your mouse. And this has a map of the whole world, and you can see that's Abilene, Texas. And this is really nice whenever you're trying to be like set this person on a route, and you need to scroll in and be like, okay, well, what side of the street are they on? Okay, they're right by the post office there, so I'm going to assign them to a different a router, so on and so forth. It's really nice whenever you need to get in there and look at more details like cross streets and stuff. So we made that interactive as far as that goes. Here you get some information the last time the person was updated, what position they are, like if they were in a position of route pickup. Would they be the first or 50th or the 100th person that the driver picks up at, or are they middle or last? So you can actually arrange each person who gets picked up first to the last there. Here you can see obviously there's no route assigned. This person is active. This just gives a little bit of this is attention. This is the name of the person's company, their email, their phone. And now, if you wanted to click to see everybody in the Abilene area, you could just click that. We could see their state is Kansas. There's their zip code. Here's some comments about them. Uh, this right here usually has to do with an employee and so on and so forth. It's really pretty much straightforward. Now, let's say that you needed to send this person an invoice, a custom invoice. They call you up and say, "Hey, I need you to pick up a mattress or a chair or something like that." Well, you can actually click this right here and create a custom invoice for them real quick. And the way that is, you just click on right here and write the amount and what it's for, and then click save. It's pretty much that straightforward. It's really really easy. So let's go back to the person. This particular next one, let's say that this person is always going to have extra trash and you need to charge them an additional amount. Or maybe they have a dumpster, since it is a business account, they probably have a dumpster. And you don't want to create that invoice manually every month. So you can automatically create an invoice every month. And you would just go here to do that. Okay. It's really simple and straightforward to create a monthly automated invoices. The next thing that you can do is you print their paid invoices for them, or unpaid invoices. Here you can view any payments that the customer's made. Here's the register. Mainly, you'll use this a lot to receive payments, especially when they're sending in checks, money orders, cash, or whatever. You'll click right here to go receive the payment, and you'll have the list of the invoices as soon as they're created. Over here is prepayments. So there's a difference between here when you're receiving payments for the invoices, or if somebody just wants to send you $500 to cover their trash bill for the year, you can actually receive a prepayment like this, and put the check number, the amount, and hit enter, and that'll be assigned to that particular person. You can print out their current invoices. You can actually print out an envelope. And whenever you click print out the envelope right there, it'll have your return address on it and your customer's address. And it's pretty straightforward and simple. If you need to send a message to the user, you just click that. If you want to delete this user, you click that. But you have to be really sure that that's what you want to do. Now, a lot of times, if you click on this little I button, you'll see that this customer was not referred to by another user. Every person, when they log in, they get a referral link. And so if it was referred to by another person, you would see that here. This just gives you some more information upon, the most important thing is the role of this person. You don't want to accidentally assign them dispatcher, driver, or manager, because that'll mess your system up. Also, if you find that the map is not right, maybe you had the wrong address originally entered and you had to update the address. Well, what you want to do, like this says right here, is remove the place ID. So whenever you come down here, you see that this place ID, you want to remove that, and the system will update the maps in the location. It's very important that the maps have the correct address so they can display where the person actually is. If they're moving to a new address, what you want to do is mark the date that they're ending their service. Okay, so here's the start date and here's the end date. Now, if they're going to stay within your company's range of trash service pickup, you just want to mark them as, non-active. So here's if we go down to active and non-active, let me just show you this here real quick. So is this person active? You just mark them as non-active. You would not mark them as non-payment, just non-active. Okay? So that's important that you would do that. Now, a lot of times, trash companies have seasonal customers. Up here in the north, sometimes we'll have people that fly south for the winter, and so they want their trash service shut off from October to May. So, that being said, that's what this feature's for. Basically, you could tell them now all the trash invoices are generated on the first of the month. So if they want it shut off in October, you would go down to October, the day right before. You would disable it on September 30th, so it doesn't generate an invoice. And then maybe you want to reactivate it in May of the next year. So let's go to 2025 and May, the day right before the first, which would be April 30th. And then you just click schedule, and then that will deactivate this person as a non active, and then it'll reactivate them on April 30th of next year. So that's what you got to keep in mind, that the invoices are generated on the first. And so that's how you can effectively uh, create a deactivation date and a reactivation date. All right, well, that's all for this video. This is about editing a user and all the different features that you have available to you. So we'll go on to the next video. This is Max with Waste Management Panda, and I'll see you in the next video.